My name's Jessica, and I've never been one to seek revenge. But when someone publicly humiliates you for being everything they once claimed to love, you either let it slide, or you make sure they never forget what you're capable of. Let me take you back to the night that changed everything. The night my fiancé Josh mocked me in front of 80 people. His coworkers, his parents, his Ivy League friends, and turned the love I had for him into something I didn't even recognize. It was Josh's 30th birthday, and I went all out. I booked a jazz band from Manhattan, coordinated a full bourbon tasting bar, ordered fresh flowers from the Hudson Valley, and hired what he thought was a luxury catering company. It wasn't, but I'll get to that. At the time, I was a small business owner. I ran a bakery called Sweet Jessie's just outside Brooklyn. I'd built it from scratch literally, starting with a Craigslist oven and a folding table at a flea market. Fast forward 5 years and I had a physical storefront, 3 employees, and a monthly order with one of the city's top event planners. But to Josh, it was cute. Just a little side hustle. Something that made me fun and different. First, I thought he meant it lovingly. He'd always introduce me to his lawyer friends as the one who made life sweet. It sounded romantic, until I started noticing the pattern. He never brought me around his boss. He told me not to mention the bakery at his firm's gala. He'd say things like, "You wouldn't get it, Jess. It's a real career pressure thing." Still I tried. I cooked for him. I cheered him on when his case went to trial. I stayed up till 2 a.m. helping him organize legal notes for a big pitch. And when his rent fell short last fall, I covered 2 months without hesitation. Because that's what love is, right? Or so I thought. The party was held at his parents' estate in Greenwich, Connecticut. Think. Marble columns, imported wine cellar, guests in heels that cost more than my monthly rent. I wore a navy silk dress and carried a tray of my custom bourbon maple truffles, his favorite. Everyone smiled politely. No one asked me a single question about myself. Until the toast. Josh tapped his glass with a butter knife, and everyone quieted. He smiled at me, wrapped his arm around my waist and said, "Big 3-0. Can't believe it. Life's moving fast. But I'm lucky. I've got the firm. I got my friends. And I've got Jess, who's been amazing with this whole party thing. She's got an eye for detail. That's what you get when you date someone who plays with frosting for a living." There was awkward laughter. I froze. But he kept going. "I mean, come on, she's the queen of cupcakes. You should see her little bakery. It's adorable. She even pays rent like a real business and everything." The laughter grew sharper. A partner from his firm chuckled. "Maybe she can bake for our Christmas party." Josh laughed too. "She's the official Walker and Boyd dessert vendor now. Corporate rate free." That was the first time I truly heard the mockery in his voice. Not love. Not pride. Mockery. He had turned me into a punchline. I excused myself to the kitchen, shaking. But I didn't cry. Because unlike him, I had a plan. And unlike him, I knew the truth. 3 days before the party, I was looking for an extra charger in Josh's drawer. I wasn't snooping, at least not intentionally. But I found something I wasn't supposed to see. A velvet box. First, my heart skipped. I thought he was upgrading the ring. But then I opened the box. And it wasn't for me. There was a note inside. For Amanda. It was always you. Jay. Amanda was his coworker. Tall. Blonde. Partner track. She was always just a friend. And just like that, everything made sense. The late nights. The passive insults. The distance. He was done with me. He just didn't have the courage to say it. But instead of leaving me quietly, he used me to throw his party. So I decided to leave too. Just not quietly. Josh thought I hired a top-tier catering company. In reality, I sent in my team. My bakery team, Emma, Ty, and Lourdes, had been trained for weeks to play the role. They wore black, had fake name tags, and operated like pros. But the desserts they were serving weren't just desserts. Every truffle had a QR code on the chocolate shard garnish. Invisible unless you tilted it into the light. Each code led to a hidden page I created. A gallery. Full of screenshots. Josh's text messages. Flirty emails to Amanda. Photos. Receipts from hotel reservations labeled client dinner. That never happened. The final image? A selfie of Josh in a robe with Amanda's initials monogrammed on the collar. Each dessert tray passed around the room carried about 10 QR codes. By the time the toast was done, at least 60 guests had desserts in hand. And then it started. It began with whispers. Then murmurs. Then someone audibly gasped. Within minutes, people were looking at Josh. Then at me. Then at their phones. He didn't notice at first. He was too busy talking to his senior partner. But then one of the firm's board members said, loud and clear, "Hey Josh, Who's Amanda? The room fell silent. I watched his face drain. He looked at me confused. Then at the dessert. He picked one up, turned it, saw the faint shimmer of the QR. Scanned it. His face went pale. What the hell is this? He muttered. I walked up beside him and smiled. Just a little something sweet. From the bakery you think is so adorable. And then I left. No yelling. No tears. No drama. Just a clean exit. While the truth screamed behind me. The party ended in chaos. His mother fainted. His father tried to bribe me into keeping things private. His firm launched an internal review over ethics concerns. Amanda was asked to take leave. And Josh? Josh called me 17 times that night. I didn't answer a single one. Instead, I posted a simple photo on my bakery's Instagram. A truffle with a QR code shard and the caption, "Truth is bittersweet." It went viral. People flooded my store. I had interview requests, local news coverage, TikTok creators reenacting the scene. Within 2 months, I had to hire 5 new employees and open a second location. Josh, I heard he moved firms. He sent me a letter once. Said he was sorry. That I embarrassed him. But here's the thing. I didn't embarrass him. He did that all by himself. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever been in a moment where silence spoke louder than shouting, drop a comment. I'd love to hear your story too. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Means more than you know.